When I set percentage change calculations as part of a piece of work, I find that an awful lot of students are none too clear on them, which is largely because when they were at school, they were taught the formula. First of all, we need to find the difference between the old figure and the new figure. So we need to put that in brackets. Then we divide by the old figure. Then we multiply by 100. And the problem with that is that though it's perfectly correct, it's very difficult to put that into a calculator because you've got brackets and other things going on at the time. Now, I don't like doing big subtractions, particularly when I'm dealing with a big economics figure like unemployment or the balance of payments, or one where you've got decimal points like inflation. So what I'd like to do is to unlearn what you've done to learn an easy way. So this formula can be keyed straight into a calculator. You're going to be hearing it a lot in this video. New over old times 100 minus 100. So for example, if the quantity demanded falls from 386 to 243, the new figure is 243. The old figure is 386 times 100 minus 100. New over old times 100 minus 100. So you can see what the calculator is doing bit by bit. New over old is 0.63 times 100, 62.9 minus 100 minus 37. So it's fallen by 37%. You'll note that this is showing you the calculations. You won't need to do it step by step. You just key the entire thing into the calculator and it will magically give you the answer. So let's say we're trying to look at the impact of lockdown on short and long run unemployment. So if we look at the November to December 2020 figures, that's new, it's 356,612 people. Previous year it was 29308. So now under the old system that you probably learned, you've then got to do a complex subtraction to find what the difference is. Using this method, it's new 356612 over old 293080 times 100 minus 100. So the rise in long-term unemployment is roughly 21.7%. If we look at frictional unemployment, we currently have 1,087,837. So that's a new figure. A year ago, it was 803,861. Again, whack that into the calculator and we get an increase of 35%. So there we have it. Long run unemployment is up by 21.7%. Short run is up by 35.3% as a result of lockdown. So there's a far bigger impact on short run unemployment. And of course, the government will be interested, to say the least, to see whether that turns into long-term unemployment when the lockdown ends. When the economy went into recession after the credit crunch, it provided a very big decrease relatively in incomes, which made it a really nice time for economists to work out what the actual income elasticity of demand is for products. Now we know the formula for income elasticity of demand: percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in income. But if you have to calculate the various figures using the old system, that can be a bit of a pain in the butt because we've got decimal places, we've got millions, we've got all sorts of things to work on there. So I've gathered there the data for 2009 when we were in the middle of the recession compared with 2008. So I'm going to first of all calculate the percentage change in income. The new figure is 101.3 divided by the old figure 106.2 times 100 minus 100. So the economy shrank by 4.6%. They're going to do the same thing for new car registrations. 1.9 divided by 2.2 times 100 minus 100 gives me a fall in car sales of 13.6%. No, I'm not going to key in 6 noughts and 6 noughts because that will take too long, and that would mean that I'm going to make mistakes. So it's just new 1.9 divided by old 2.2 times 100 minus 100. I'm going to do the same for visits overseas. It fell by 15.4%, whereas food consumption fell by 2.1%. Well, that's all the percentage changes that I need. So now I just need to calculate the income elasticity of demand. Straightforward, percentage change in quantity demanded minus 13.6 divided by percentage change of income minus 4.6. So the income elasticity of demand for cars is roughly 3.0. Visits overseas, income elasticity is 3.5, higher than new cars. Whereas for food, it's roughly 0.5. I should really have taken it to a second decimal place, but couldn't be bothered. So how do we interpret that? Well, we've always said that new car registrations and trips overseas are luxuries, but now we've proved it. So those are normal and very superior. The one that gets the gold medal is visits overseas, very, very superior. Whereas food is a normal good, but it's not a superior good. Again, what you'd expect. You don't tend to stuff yourself with food when you get richer, or starve yourself when you get poorer. You might decrease your consumption by a bit, 2.1%, if the economy is going down by 4.6%. So that formula again, get it into your brains. New over old times 100 minus 100. Good luck with it. It should save you a lot of time.